Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is to discuss more about the narcissist and reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is when a toxic person, a malicious person, a narcissistic person is going to go all out to wind you up, to get you going to the point where you stand up for yourself and you snap back at them, you attack them. And then once you have attacked them, they're going to morph into the victim right in front of your eyes. If it's all possible, they're going to have witnesses that they can go crying to, so they can gain that sympathetic attention, so that they can turn people against you. And it's all the evidence a narcissistic person needs within their fantasy mind that you are the one with the problem, not them. When it comes to a narcissist, they are going to go all out to frustrate you. So they can do this by simply not answering a simple question. You can just simply need to know the time of something. And they enjoy having that information. They enjoy having hold of something that you don't know that you need to know. And this can cause chaos within our lives. We can have a lot on our plate and we can like to have things in order. So when they're not in order, and it becomes a little bit more chaotic, and the very person who is supposed to be there supporting you is going all out to hinder you, it can cause that overwhelm within you, which can lead you to becoming more prone to get frustrated, to react. We're all human. We're all living that human experience. We all carry those emotions. People just handle them differently and use them differently. Narcissistic people tend to try to avoid how they're feeling and provoke that feeling within you so that they can blame everything on you. So they can avoid answering a question also to get you to chase after them, to get you to repeatedly ask them, because they feel important and they feel valid, that you're spending your time asking them time and time again. They feel special. They're getting the attention. They don't recognise that they've just not bothered to answer a question that you need the answer to. They just feel like you're chasing them. However, at the same time, they will go around accusing you of nagging them, of constantly having a go at them, because they're trying to make out that you're the one that's causing the issue within the relationship, to avoid the fact that they're the one that's causing the issue within the relationship. A narcissistic person can sit there and they can insult you. They can personally attack your insecurities, and they can keep going and keep going and keep going to chip away at you, to bring you down, because they're envious of other people's happiness. Well, if the narcissist isn't happy, ain't nobody gonna be happy. So they're going to bring you down. And it might get you to a point where you say something negative about them, where you turn around and attack them back, at which point they're going to be all offended. How can you, of all people, say this about me? They're going to be offended. They can chip away at you for days and weeks and months and years, and you're supposed to just put up with it and deal with it and get on with it. You say one thing back, you attack back once, they're going to be offended. They're going to accuse you of not caring about them, of not understanding them. Or they can simply just, you can have a nice day out planned with them, and they can purposefully procrastinate. We can all procrastinate. However, a narcissistic person will purposely do this. When you've got a special day out planned, and they might have been the one to plan it, when you've got something planned with them, they're going to be lazy. They're going to put minimal effort in to getting ready. And you know full well that if you ask them to speed things along, they're going to attack you. So you might just try and crack on and get everything done, but then you're going to get that overwhelm because you're the one that's taking responsibility for everything and getting everything organised. And you can do one thing wrong in the narcissist's eyes. You can make one very small error in judgment. You might ask them to pick their feet up while you hoover around them. You might ask them if they've seen your car keys that they've hidden from you. And they're going to start huffing and puffing and tutting to the point where you might ask them, what's wrong? And then they're going to turn around and lay into you. What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me. What's wrong with you? You're the one running around doing everything and making everybody move out of your way. You can simply make them a sandwich to take with you. And then when you get to the event and they take a bite, you've not cut their tomato thin enough for them. So they're going to have the face up. They're going to have the sauce up at you. They're going to go all out to make you feel bad. You can try to relax in a bath and they're going to come in and start chucking cold water on you, and not as a joke, in order to wind you up, in order to get you going. And if you don't snap back at them, they're going to keep escalating and escalating and escalating until they snap at you. Until they start damaging things because they've not got that reaction that they need from you. However, if you give them that reaction, if you shout at them, if you accuse them of not helping you, if you lash out at them, if you throw something because you're overwhelmed and you've had enough, they're going to turn around and, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, somebody's having a bad day. Perhaps we shouldn't go. See, this is why I never want to go anywhere with you. Look at the state of you. Look at the mood you're in. Narcissistic people go all out to gain that reaction from you so that they can blame everything on you. Narcissists are incredibly envious people. So you can simply just talk to a family member and they get offended you've not put them first. It can be a child that you have with them and they will be offended that you're not putting the narcissist before their own child because they believe it's all about them. And they will accuse you. They will turn around and say, well, if they're more important to you than I am. Or they might ask you to do something and you're busy, so you say no. And they turn around and say, well, you do it for the children. They're trying to get you to work your life around them for fear of reactions if you don't. There's always that consequence with a narcissist, which causes that conditioning within you. And it can be a negative consequence, which conditions you to no longer do anything because of that negative consequence. Or it can be a positive consequence, which again stops you from doing something because you know full well that if you don't go to see your mum or your dad, the narcissist is going to be okay with you. So you stop doing it. You know if you do go to see them, the narcissist is going to fall silent on you. So you stop doing it. There's always a consequence when it comes to a narcissist. And if it's all possible, they're going to make you feel like you're the one that's causing the issue. So if you're going to meet up with your family member, they're going to start attacking you of what you're going dressed like that for. Who are you trying to impress? Where are you really going? To stop you from doing those things. And if you try to stick up for yourself, they're going to be offended. Yet they will then purposefully cause that intrigue within you as they're trying to impress strangers to get that admiration and validation that they need, that they feel like they're not getting from you. And as soon as they start making an effort that they don't usually make, but they're not telling you where they're going, they've become all secretive, and you ask them, they're going to accuse you of having trust issues, of being jealous. And they get that sense of superiority when they've created those feelings of jealousy within you. And they've created that reaction within you. A narcissistic person can be cheating on you and they get all secretive about their phone. They're allowed to stalk yours, look at yours, see what you're up to. However, you're not allowed to look at theirs. And if you are lucky enough to look at theirs, they've usually got no messages on there whatsoever because they delete the lot. They'll come up with some justification on storage, however, it's to deceive you. They cause that intrigue within you, and your reaction is to then snoop through their stuff. We shouldn't do these things. However, it is a form of a reaction. So you might pick up their phone and see something that you shouldn't see, and you turn around to them and say, "What's this?" And then so they turn around and you've gone through my things. I thought I could trust you. So when it comes to reactive abuse, the narcissistic person is going to hurt you in some way. They're going to cause you some form of emotional pain. And then when you try to speak out about it, stand up for yourself, explain how their actions or behaviour is making you feel, they're going to play the victim and make you feel worse. And if it's all possible, they're going to get people to side with them, to isolate you from people, to make out that you're the crazy one, you're the one with the issues, you're the one with the problem. So they get away with emotionally manipulating you, and they also get the sympathetic attention from those around you. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, recognise the game they're playing and no longer play. Do not take their personal attacks personally and do not attack back. They require that reaction from you so that they can pin all the blame on you. It's very difficult because it's human nature. We all have a breaking point, and a narcissist will drive you to it and past it. This is why we have to limit our time around them, and if at all possible, avoid them at all costs, because they play their games so well that we are unable to keep up with them, so to speak, because we have the empathy, we have the morals, we have the loyalty. We'll make mistakes. However, narcissistic people don't have the empathy, they don't have the loyalty, they don't have the morals, only to themselves, only for themselves. Any thoughts on this video? Please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.